I'm watching this documentary called Gasland, and it's pretty much confirming that this is something I've always known was happening, but I've had a few conversations with people saying this isn't true. But drilling for gas and oil on land has been polluting our waters and the air just as much as offshore has been. This is a good documentary because it'll really show you the truth of what's going on. As soon as they start drilling, and the method is called fracking, and I used to live in Alberta. My ex used to work in the oil industry, so I always heard the conversations that were going on. And fracking in Alberta is definitely a very common term or topic of discussion. I always heard of people complaining about their water being polluted, their land being destroyed because of fracking. It's widespread. This documentary is more in the States, and it's extremely widespread in the States. And these people that would turn their water on, and you can light their water. You can water coming out of their faucet. If you take a match to it, it'll blow up. And yet the EPA is saying, yes, it's highly poisonous, but it's safe. And there's even a guy from the EPA saying that Bush has signed some sort of bill that says that all of these oil and gas industries don't have to play safe. There's loopholes in there that says anything they do is okay and doesn't should not be investigated. So if you have an EPA or any organization that is designed to see if things are being done correctly, do you know you have your government in the States, it's probably the same in Canada, they are not legislated to even say things aren't safe. And personally, I had to work in a car manufacturer, and we had these agencies come in to make sure that our car parts were safe so that you can get a sticker that says our parts are safe. Well, we were making like airbags, we were making car seats, we were making all small parts for cars that if they didn't work, they would cause accidents. And when we get these people coming in to test, to see if everything we're doing was all right, and most of the paperwork was bullshit. I've never seen so much corruption in one factory, and yet they would keep getting the seal of approval all the time saying our car parts are safe. So, any organization, any government organization that's there to say things are okay, don't trust them. There's a bill, there's a law, there's some way, shape, or form that says they're not even allowed to work. I mean, they know what's wrong, but there's nothing they can do. It's just like the police. They know a lot's wrong, but the judges won't do anything to stop crime. So it's a good documentary. I would have a look at it, but I would not trust any agency, even if it was a private organization. Who's paying to tell you things aren't safe? It's time that we get community involved in our own communities and make some changes. But you definitely have to be involved. And I had a conversation with a lady whose husband works in the oil industry, and that we should still be pumping oil, otherwise they'd be out of work. And if they're out of work, well, you know what? A lot of these guys working in the oil industry that are making their high incomes, they know that this isn't safe, but they close their eyes to it. They don't care about their communities. They don't care about their own families that live in the areas that they destroy, because they're really more focused on earning that paycheck. Keep your mouth shut because I'll be out of work. I like I said, I find it really hard to even find a job out there that is doing the right thing, because all forms of our society, all ways that we are earning our income, one way, shape, or form is designed to do harm to humanity. Even sales jobs. I couldn't even take a sales job because half of them will do so much to manipulate you into buying something you can't afford. I made a videotape on Bell's cell phone. I mean, the guy would not stop talking, would not stop selling me this phone for 30 minutes. And it was so funny, I made a video. Do you know what? The next day he gave me a call and asked me if I changed my mind. Like, these people will not stop until you buy their product, and it's only going to escalate the more the economy crashes because everybody needs to make a living. And we haven't jumped into the concept that now is the opportunity to get employed making a difference. There's so many things wrong that the opportunity is available to do everything that's right. But we have to start paying for things that are right. And you can't get that paycheck from, Halliburton or any of these oil industries. You know, be careful where the money's coming from. So there's my little bit. Go watch that documentary, Gasland. It'll really wake you up to what your drinking water is like. Um, why it is our lifespan is getting so short. There's a reason. There's a cause. Cure the cause. You cure an awful lot of health problems. Peace out.